What's going on? We live from the boxing section with my dog,
Yo,
Slick Sullivan, man. Welcome to the show,
yes,
my brother.
sir. Thank you for having
All
me on once again, my man. It's a pleasure.
right, man, for sure, man. All right, so you just left the gym, man. Tell me how the workout went.
Man, decent little workout, no sparring session, ran, and then just sparring for the rest practice. Just in the sparring session days, just gladiator day, basically, sparring day. Quick
For
little
sure.
run in, then the rest of the days was just sparring, skill work.
Okay. So
Yeah.
tell us about what's going on with the next fight, man. If anything is shaking yet.
Man, so right now, due to what we're gonna talk about my last fight, February 13th, when I was supposed to fight, dude on the card, which was Kovalev, caught coronavirus, which actually pushed it canceled his show. So the fights from his show came over to my show, and it pushed some of the fighters that's up and coming off the card because they was doing like 50-50 fights. So basically, like people that's been fighting already. So I was pushed off the card, and mine was pushed back. So now we were waiting on the actual fight day. So now it's looking like April because my promotional company, which is Golden Boy Promotions, is not really like the only card they really have in March is the March 20th, and that's Virgil Ortiz versus Marcus Roker.
So damn. So basically, you just kind of in limbo right now, man. So
Yeah, I know, man. That's how I'm feeling right now.
for sure. All right. So now we haven't done this on YouTube. We done it on Instagram. So we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start from the beginning and work our way up to the present. You know what I'm saying?
Most
And now,
definitely.
and now I got some more information now. So I'm gonna ask you some more
Yeah.
questions. I
We
got
good. We
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We a lot.
All right. So growing up in Norfolk, Virginia, what was it like growing up in Norfolk, Virginia?
Growing up in Norfolk, Virginia, growing up in Norfolk, it has its ups and its downs, you know? You had the ups and its downs. Well, growing up in boxing world in Norfolk, it was great because everybody lived in the path of Pernell Whitaker. So, and actually, that was one of my coaches as well. So, that the boxing path in Norfolk, due to Pernell Whitaker, was amazing. But just growing up in Norfolk, period, you know, is not. It's like living anywhere else. You got your crime, you got your the bad things, and you got the good things. You got the good side, you got the bad side. Luckily, I was able to see both parts of it, so it wasn't nothing really spectacular or really different. Just what I'm saying, just your average story. It's up to you to make your story a little bit better than what it is, and not be what is it? Not be a reflection of your environment. You want to stand out and you want to be different.
For sure, for sure. All right. So growing up, uh, how much trouble did you get yourself into, and how did you get yourself out of the trouble to become where you are now?
Yeah, no, most definitely. When trouble was actually something hard to stay out of. When you a young black man and you actually doing something with your life, trouble hit you 2 times harder than the average dude. So it was low key a little bit kind of hard to stay out of trouble when I was in school, class clown type um anger management. Well, I want to say anger management. I had like a temper problem. That's exactly how I got into boxing. My mama was not going for none of that. She was like, you need to turn that negative energy somewhere positive. So that's how the whole boxing thing started because of the temper that I had. My mama didn't like it, so she needed me to put it somewhere positive. But getting in trouble, yeah. My last situation when I got in trouble with the law was my last situation where I was just like, this is not it. I gotta turn my life around. I gotta change for it's no more possible change for me. You want to change before you can't change anymore. So the last situation I got into was this is my apology by me doing better in life, me staying focused in the gym. Because anybody can say I'm sorry for getting in trouble. I'm sorry for this. It'll never happen again. This, that, and the third. But the best apology is change behavior. So I had to change my behavior. I had to maneuver different. stopped being with the crowd that I thought was really for me, but they was only for me because of what I was doing. So that last situation really matured me and really had me thinking like it's more to life.
For sure. So once you got out of that situation, um, is that exactly when you start taking boxing serious, or were you taking it
Oh
serious
no
before?
no no no! I was always taking boxing serious, but when like when somebody telling you like, yo, you don't need to be doing stuff like that. You don't even you thinking in your head like, man, I'm focused in the gym. I'm focused in the gym. I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. But I had my foot in the gym. I had one foot in the gym and one foot in the street. So I was focused on boxing, but I was focused on other things too. Boxing is a sport you have to put your 110% undivided attention into, and it had my undivided attention, but my focus was elsewhere as well. It wasn't just strictly in the gym. So I started taking boxing serious around, I want to say, when I won my first belt, which was around like 12 or 13 years old. That's when I really started taking it serious. Like, yo, this is what I want to do. I don't want to play no other sport. This is what I want to do. That's when I started taking it serious.
So when you won that belt, you knew like you were special. When did you find out you were special? Was it that at that time, or was it a little bit down the line?
I ain't even gonna. It had to be around that time. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I won my first belt, it was you couldn't tell me nothing. I really thought I was the next Floyd. That's when I really like, man, I got a belt. You can't tell me nothing. And it was a national silver gloves belt as well. That's one of the prestige tournaments as a junior boxer.
Okay. So you win that tournament, and then what happens?
Well, after that, well, you just the national silver glove champion. So it ain't too much more after that because you fought at the state, then you fought at the regionals, and then there's the nationals. So basically, I fought my way all the way up to the nationals and won. So basically, I was just the top dog at that weight class. I think this was like 85 or 90 pounds. I was
So
12 years old.
okay, so when was the next time you reached that type of success?
Ringside tournament. That's 2014, I think. Well, ringside tournament is the worldwide tournament where fighters from different countries all come together in one place and fight. I think one time the record showed it was like 1,200 fighters at that tournament at one time.
And what place did you get in?
You said what places was what?
I said, what place did you end up getting? That's when you won that one.
Oh yeah, I won that. I won ringside tournament. Yes, I actually went 3 times. I won. I lost my first year. I went. Then the second year I won, and then third year I lost in the finals.
Okay. So who did you lose to, and who did you beat?
Who did I beat? Which when I won the ringside tournament?
So when you lost, who did you lose to
Mhm.
the first time, and then who did you beat, and then who did you lose to?
Delonte Johnson, which is Tiger, which is the guy you might know him, Delonte Johnson, Tiger. He was on the USA. He on the USA team.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who I had lost to at the ringside in the finals. I think it was. I might gotta ask him, but I really believe it was the finals. And the year that I won, I beat Thomas Blumenfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you know it was time to go pro?
I mean, it wasn't really like, oh, we gonna go pro this, we gonna go pro there. We really actually planned on the Olympics actually, but the pro the pro chance came before the Olympic chance, so it was just like we was weighing out our options and we took the pro chance. Cause life don't wait for nobody, time don't wait on nobody, so you gotta cash in on certain opportunities when they come.
For sure. So what went into your decision to go pro? Was it like man, I gotta make a change right now? Was it like shit the Olympics is too far away? Or what
hmm
was what went into your decision to choose?
Well, my decision to go pro, we actually thought about it for a minute. We had an offer there, but we actually thought about it for a minute. Like, yo, that's what you want to do? Like, we thought about it. So it was like, hey, this was around the time where in the Olympics they fight with no headgear. It was a whole lot of decisions I had to make. Like, I could fight in the Olympics with no headgear, which give me great exposure for when I turn pro, or I could just go ahead and turn pro with the exposure I got now and get paid for this. Or it was just a lot of things, and I'm kind of glad I did because this coronavirus hit. So now, if I had stayed for the Olympic team, I would have been. You know what I'm saying? I would have been a step behind because now the Olympics is pushed back because of the coronavirus. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise.
For sure, for sure. So that first fight, coming out or getting ready, what was it
Hmm.
like? What were the butterflies? Was it an excitement? Was you kind of scared? Like, what was it? What was it like, man? That first time walking down that walkway, man, getting into that ring.
I ain't gonna. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna mean this in the most humblest way possible. After a certain amount of time of boxing, you don't get scared anymore. I was never scared. It was just more so like the bubble guts that I had. Like, dang, I've been waiting all my life to be in a moment like this. Now I'm here. It's just like this is unreal. But it's like I'm here now, so I gotta cash in on this opportunity. Like I dreamed all my life to be in this stage right here, and I'm here now. So what you gonna do? You gonna cash in or you gonna fold? You only get one shot. You gonna cash in or you gonna fold, and that's all I kept telling myself. And I'm gonna cash in.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so what was the event? Your first fight. What was the event? What was the card that you were on?
What card was that? The first card. I think that was no. What card was that? That was my man from Wisconsin. What's his name? He fought. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. It was one of my men from Wisconsin. I forgot his name. I gotta go on Twitter and look at it, but I forgot his name. And the second card was um with the 108 flyweight. It was a world title fight.
For sure, for sure. And that was the knockout, right?
Yeah, that was the knockout. My second fight was the knockout fight.
Okay. So the second fight, you were more comfortable with it, with not really no bubble guts, or like what was the situation?
Yeah.
Like what was the feeling?
I mean, and then I fought in the same arena on top of that, in the same ring, same exact arena, same exact ring. So the bubble guts was not there because I'm familiar. I've been here before. Like I just fought here because like my first fight was in August, my second one was in October. So really only had a month. Probably like I just fought here, so I'm used to this.
So you was ready to go.
Yeah, just ready to go.
Okay, so growing up, like you said, you said Pernell Whitaker was a great influence, and he was one of your coaches.
Yeah.
What best thing that you learned and that you use, and what's a life lesson that he taught you that you will never forget?
One of the best lessons that he taught me is basically stick to your game plan, stick to boxing. Like a lot of fans want to see that brawling and want to see you just like take somebody's face off, but you last longer with the boxing. Floyd Mayweather of my generation showed us that. Pernell of his generation showed us that. So the biggest thing he taught me was stick to your game plan. Stick to you. Don't change your fighting style for anybody. If it fits you and it works for you and you win fights behind it, stick to you. That's one of the biggest things he taught me. And he also taught me jab is key. And one of the things that I've learned from him what not to do is not to my outside life has a lot to do with what I'm in the ring, and it's not. I shouldn't mess up my outside life, like the drugs, the stuff. Like he taught me that I shouldn't do anything like that. No matter how much money I got, your body is your temple, and you got to take care of that.
For sure, for sure. Um, so growing up in Virginia, right? How were you able to once you got in that trouble, right? How did you manage not to get away from it fully and focus on boxing? How did you? What was the thought
So
process?
so So what was my thought process to get away from who?
Like the hood, like as far as like the inner city, like not letting it swallow you up. You know what I'm saying? What did you do to kind of get away from it?
I just my mindset just grew because I knew that's not where I was supposed to be, but I put my mind and myself in a box like this is what I'm around, so this is who I'm gonna become. Or I thought to myself like, oh, I could be the one to make it out and make change and show them the same people in the scenario that I was in. Like, listen, if I could do this and I was just where you at, why can't you? So why be a victim of my surroundings when I can be the savior of my surroundings? I can make it and come back and like, listen, I did this, I did that, what you did, but I'm here now. If I could do it, you could do it. We started in the same place. My main thing is giving hope. Is giving hope because as a young black man in America, we really have no hope. The odds are already stacked against us as it is. So it's just like we really have no hope. So it's just like I feel like we settle because there's no hope. Like they grew up around drug dealing, so they settle for drug dealing because that's just what they know. Nah, like be that change. Give hope. Give hope to the next black man, to the next black man, to the next black man, so our generation just come up as a whole.
For sure, for sure. What is your biggest inspiration to keep going?
My biggest inspiration to keep going is to put my family and loved ones in a better situation, and also my brother who is handicapped and was born with cancer. I'm trying to tell you now, you could tell him that I killed like 15 people, robbed 80 banks, or whatever the case may be, and he's still gonna look at me like I ain't do nothing wrong, and I'm like I'm really his hero. So I feel like he lives his dreams through me. So that's one of my big inspirations as well. He on my Instagram as well.
So you would say he's your greatest motivation is what I was going to say motivation next. So
Yeah,
he's your
motivation. Yeah,
greatest motivation.
yeah, most definitely.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so take us now to where you see yourself within the next 2 or 3 years in a boxing game.
2 or 3 years. I'm telling myself now that I'm gonna get a fight this year. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back on top. So in the next 2 years, I'm looking to be fighting for either the number one contender spot or soon to be title shot. Because I don't plan on staying in boxing long anyway. I don't. I want to get what I can get and get out, open up businesses. Because I don't want to keep my body in boxing for too long, and I want to be able to live, to play with my grandkids and stuff like that. So I know that what this boxing game. I know what comes with this boxing game, and I'm gonna just be smart about it. I don't want to be damn near pushing 40 still fighting.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so what went into your decision to sign with Golden Boy?
Why is it? I mean, they were the only ones that offered like a real contract. I mean, there's other people that offer contracts. But it's like it wasn't really like they wasn't really putting their words and what they were saying into contract. And Golden Boy actually sent the contract. Golden Boy actually what they said they were gonna do, they did. So, I mean, that's the only choice to go with somebody that say they what they're gonna do, other than other people saying what they're gonna do when they're not really putting action behind it. So they said what they were gonna do. They put action behind it. We like what we were seeing, so we signed with them.
For sure, for sure. Um, so signing with Golden Boy, right? Um,
Yeah.
that was a great. It's a great platform, right, for you to be seen. What are you looking forward to this year? It's
This year, well, actually, right now, due to this coronavirus and stuff, right now, I'm ready to get a fight. That's what I'm waiting on. A fight date. We after that, then we could talk more about anything. I'm just looking for a fight date, and there's a lot of fighters in my predicament that just turned pro that know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just looking for a fight date.
for sure, for sure. Okay, so what weight class are you fighting in?
135.
135. Okay.
Yeah,
The money
135. That's the money weight class. That's the weight class.
for sure, for sure. Now, you good friends you guys you grew up together, you and Keyshawn Davis. So
Yes, sir.
what's it like, what was it like for y'all to grow up together in boxing and be two of the best uh boxers in your area?
Believe it or not, growing up with Keyshawn, that's my brother. But in the gym growing up, we were so competitive with each other. Like I'm talking about running. We I remember one time we was running together. We ran from Barack Park to Booker T. It was a full out sprint. I was tired. I'm pretty sure I know he was tired, but we so competitive. Like, oh no, you ain't gonna beat me. Oh, you ain't gonna beat me. But it's not nothing like it's brotherly competitive. You know how when you want to see somebody else do good, so you pushing them. So it's that type of competitive. It wasn't like, oh no, I'm gonna be better than him, or I want to be better. It was nothing like that at all. It was brotherly competition. Like I want to see you do good. I want to see you do good too. So I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I'm talking about sparring wise, training wise, everything was just like we wanted to push each other, and look where it got us.
For sure, for sure. What was your thoughts on this last fight?
He looked very good, very, very, very calm, very content. Looked like he been in there before. He like he a pro already. But I mean, I've been to that because before he even turned pro, we was sparring when he was planning on going to the Olympics. We was sparring, we was working. So I've been knew he been ready for this. Like this is nothing new to him.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little boxing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some boxing questions out the way.
All
Okay.
right,
So what fight are you looking forward to seeing this year?
we'll fight somebody. What me personally fighting?
No, 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 just as a fan.
Hmm. I want to see Shakur Stevens and Oscar Valdez. I want to see Teofimo and Lomachenko again. I want to see Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, even though I know it's not going to happen. Oh, no, Ryan Garcia and Tank. I'd rather see Devin Haney fight Teofimo. And let me see what else. Who else? What other fights am I looking to get made? Tyson Fury and AJ.
Over Wilder?
Man, Wilder showed me his true colors when he fought AJ. I mean, I'ma always be a Wilder fan because he just like he African American just like me, so I'm gonna stand with him regardless. But Wilder showed me his true colors, and then how he doing his coach because he feel like his coach fault. It's not his coach fault because you relied on power and you relied on knocking everybody out. So it's not his fault that you didn't want to train the way you supposed to train because you just thought you was gonna knock him out. So I mean, I ain't really too impressed about seeing him fighting, to be honest.
Now you know this is a no Deontay Wilder slander podcast, my brother. All right.
He said no, I ain't talking down on him. I just don't. I just rather not see him. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Like that's just my until he get more skill and not rely on power. My personal opinion is just I'd rather not see his technique is trash. He's just strong.
I mean, but hey, you don't get that far in the sport just on power. So you gotta have some type of skill. You feel me?
Heavyweight, as a heavyweight, you can get very far with just power as a heavyweight. Now think about all the heavyweights nowadays. What like some of the heavyweights are like Tyson Fury. He got technique, but look at some of his punches as well. But as a heavyweight, you can get very far with power because it's just like one punch can change the fight. You can be losing the whole fight. You land that one power shot, it's over. So you can get very far as a heavyweight. You can get very far. Now the other weight classes, you're not gonna get too far with power with
But
just power at that. Just like Triple G, he just got all power. And look, Canelo dogged that. You're gonna need a little bit more power to survive in these lower weight classes.
lost to Deverenchenko, in my opinion, too.
Yeah. Oh snap! Hold on. Let me hang. I'm trying to hang this call up without hanging up on you.
Shoot, I don't know how the hell you would do it. 'Cause shit, I don't even know. Let me see. Hold
Oh,
on, real
there we
quick.
go. There we go.
Okay,
It's
okay.
coming back.
That's how you turn your camera off so you can do it. Hold on.
There we go. Back. We back.
Okay, we back. Okay, for sure, for sure. All right. Okay, so, um, yeah, for me, the thing with Deontay Wilder that I really really love, man, is he picked the sport up late, right?
Mhm.
He's got things that most people have never gotten. He
Yeah.
got a bronze medal. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I'm saying, dog, you don't get bronze in the Olympics just off power. You got to have some type of
Oh no.
skill.
Yeah. No. 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 I ain't saying he just. It was just off power in the amateurs. Like, but look at his skill in the amateurs in the Olympics. Look how he throwing his punches compared to how other fighters throw their punches. And I just feel like him as a fighter, he should have won. He should have wanted to work on his technique. He know his technique wasn't perfect. He know that, but he knew he had power, and he knew he was gonna knock everybody out. So he said, basically, fuck the technique and see what got him. Like, I feel like if he had the technique, he could have beat AJ. I mean, not AJ. He could have beat Fury if he had the technique, because the power's already there. So if he had the technique, I feel like he could beat Fury.
But I also think Fury did some other shit though. I don't think the fight was was on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I feel like the fight wasn't on the up and up. And my thing is this, dog. If Deontay Wilder is that easy for Fury, get the trilogy out the way. If you can get him out the way, like you say, you got him out the way that second fight,
Yeah.
because they in court right now, so they in litigation right now. So basically, they
But
wait.
a trilogy, I don't know. Like, he stopped him in traumatic fashion. So it's just like, trilogy for what? The first fight was controversial, so they had to do a rematch. They did the rematch and he stopped them. Ain't nothing controversial about that. So who wants to see a three?
I mean, the whole world want to see it. Okay, check this out. This fight happened. Listen to me, Nick. This fight happened a year ago. A year ago.
Yeah.
What are we talking about right now? What are most people talking about on the internet and everywhere? They still talking about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Now they trying to put a wool over our eyes. You know what I'm saying? They're trying
Yeah.
to put eyes with this AJ stuff, but we know that ain't gonna happen because they still in
Yeah.
court trying to sort everything out. So
Yeah.
they trying to blind us. Because right now the whole year everybody talking about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. The whole year. Nobody was talking about AJ until recently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is my thing. He did not look normal. Like he didn't look like his normal self going into the ring. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch it, if you see how they had to hold the rope down for him to get over the ropes and all that stuff, he didn't look the same. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So okay. Top five favorite fighters in the game right now.
Top five favorite fighters. Number one, Canelo.
Oh shit.
Number two, Shakur Stevenson. Number three, um, Teofimo Lopez. Number four,
But Lopez,
Javante Davis. Huh?
you said he number three on your list, Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you talking about in order or just top five, period?
Just five, just five, just five.
Or just five? Okay, I thought if I had to do it in order, okay, nah. Okay, just five. I ain't got to do it in order. Okay, Canelo, Tank, Shakur Stevenson, Um, dang, what's dude name? Dude name. Hold on. What is dude name? Earl Spence. What's the other one? Canelo, Shakur Stevenson, Javante Davis, Earl Spence. It was somebody else, and I'm forgetting.
You go with TFMO
Yeah, I'm gonna go with TFMO.
over the Charlo
I'm gonna go
brothers.
with I
Terrence
don't know. Charlo. I don't know. Charlo brothers. I don't know. There's something about them. It's just something about them that I can't get with. I don't know what it is. I don't know what. I honestly do not know what it is. There's something about them I just cannot get with. I don't know
Okay.
what it is, man. I just can't get with it. They
Hey,
ain't never do nothing to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think one of them just be doing too much. Like he just be begging for too much attention. Like it's one thing to be the bad guy in the sport, but like you be doing too much to a point. Like it's annoying. You act like a female now.
okay. So, uh, April 10th, Jerron Ennis, Sergey Lipinas. How excited are you to see that fight?
I'm very excited. For one, I know Boots. They call him Boots, but his name is Jerome, but we call him Boots. I know Boots, and well, he wanted me. He wanted our kind. Like we grew up in the amateurs, and also I like to see people of my kind and people that I seen fighting the amateurs with me. I like to see them make it, and I strongly believe that he has a very high chance on winning. A
I I,
very high chance.
I got him knocking Cuz out.
Who?
I got him knocking him out.
I'm keep it old stat with you, bro. Tough. So I don't put it past him that he won't knock him out because Ennis make upsets all the time. But me personally, if I had to bet on it, I would bet that Jerome Ennis is gonna win, but not knock him out.
Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet.
What we betting on?
All right. So next time we come up with these hoodies. No. That's too easy. All right. Your next pair of fight gloves, or even some fight gloves you already got.
Uh huh.
If Jerron Ennis knock him out, go ahead and FedEx, UPS, USPS, Amazon, whatever kind of ship, DHL, whatever shipping service you deal with. After Jerron Ennis knock him out, go ahead and DM me, ask you for my address,
Uh
and go
huh.
ahead and send me them gloves so I can put them in one of these cases.
Oh, most definitely. We could do that. We definitely could do that. If he knock him out, I promise you, I got a pair of fight gloves right now. I will sign to whoever, or however you want me to sign it, and I will make a whole video. I lost a bet. I gotta send this out to my man just for you. That's a
For,
bet. I got you.
okay, for sure, for sure. That
I
that
got you.
that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for
I
sure.
bet.
Okay, now listen. I'm doing two more documentaries like back to back, and you already know I gotta put it on wax so niggas can see.
Mhm.
Either you the next one, or you're gonna be the one after next. But we
Okay.
finna get story. We getting your story out there because the podcast is cool, but my documentary situation that I'm working on, I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be that pushes us, up further.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna get
like that. I always wanted to do a documentary. I always wanted to do documentary. I dream about that sometimes. I always wanted to do that.
yeah. So I don't know if you with Josh Jones, Josh the boxer. He boxed out of Bozy Gym too. Bozy his trainer as well. He grew up in
Yeah.
Philly. Yeah, a real Philly dude, man, real good guy. We did his documentary. That's in the editing process. So as
Yeah.
soon as we get that edited and we do the rollout, as soon as the rollout and that's out, I'm either going to Reading, Pennsylvania for my boy Joseph
Yeah.
Ortiz, or I'm going straight to Norfolk, Virginia to mess with my boy Slick Nick. So it's either one of them. But those are the
Yes,
next two.
sir.
Yeah,
You
those
got
are
to, you got once. Let me know when you in the city. I'm gonna make sure you well taken care of, man.
the.
Let
I'm
me
only
know when you pop out in the city, man.
hey, I'm only gonna be out there for you. So we going. I mean, I wanna. I'm trying. I'm talking about. I want to be in the hood. I want to talk to everybody. Go up with. I mean, I want it to be gritty. You know what I'm saying?
Most
And
definitely.
yeah, so we're getting better at doing them. So it's gonna
Uh
be a lot to get down. So
huh.
so after April 10th, I'm gonna be looking forward to that package in the mail,
Uh
and
huh.
then within the next
Okay.
2 months, within
Okay.
the months, we either gonna do yours or Joseph Fatson. But but this year though, that documentary
Okay.
is done. So be ready for that.
So I got a proposition too, though.
Okay.
So okay, you get the gloves if he knock him out, and if he don't knock him out, my next fight, you gotta do the camera and the tape study and all that for me.
We gonna that's what happened anyway.
Oh, that's gonna happen anyway. Oh, all right then. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So listen, if you let me know when your next fight is, you already know how we
Yeah,
get there. You already know.
yeah,
You let me know when your next fight is. I'm gonna have my cameraman and
yeah.
whatever we there. We gonna get the whole
Okay.
thing, whatever.
Most likely it's gonna be in California, so it ain't too much far. Y'all gotta go. It's gonna be on the West Coast. I know that for sure. It's either gonna be Cali or Texas. If anything changed, it'll be rare, but it's possible. But it'll be Cali or Texas.
And you already know, man. We riding for you. We rooting for you. If you can stay up tonight, man. My boy Barbershop Conversation, my boy Fred,
Uh huh.
love to have you on. And
What
yo, pro,
time?
he going at 9, so it's like 12 your time.
12 my time. Okay, so I mean, I still gotta get in here. I still gotta watch the rest of this tape study. Then I gotta shower. So by that time, it should be 11:30. I'm gonna just try to just chill, go downstairs and watch TV to stay up. Then.
Yeah, so because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit him right now,
Uh
and
huh.
that I want you to come on, and then you
Mhm.
introduce yourself so people can see you, people can begin to know you. So that
Yeah.
way, once we get this documentary rolling, and people can get ready for the next fight and stuff like that. So yeah, man, thanks for coming on, my brother, and we for sure gonna link up. Uh, whenever we can, we linking up. Uh,
Most definitely, my man. I always appreciate you. Always an honor to be on the show, man. I appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you for coming on, man. So, like I always say, man, keep your foot on these niggas' necks and continue to be great.
Most
Continue.
definitely.
And like I always say, when I end my show, man, it's another one like the other one. Same soup, reheated. You know what I'm saying?
Most,
I'm
they
gonna see,
ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
huh?
They ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
In the words of the great philosopher, sugar free, man. What you know about
Yeah.
sugar free?
Sugar free. I don't know too much, but I know a little something. Something.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something.
All right, bet. I'll be looking forward to it.
All right, my brother. We're gonna get with you soon. Hey, shout out to the
Most
chat.
definitely.
Everybody that came through and show some love. Hit the comment section, man. Shout out to y'all. And we'll see y'all tonight on Barbershop Conversations. And right after that, I'll go live again. And we're gonna talk about the circuit Olymp in this fight versus Jerron Boost Ennis. And then we'll go from there. All right, my brother, man. I'm gonna get with you soon, my brother.
All right, my man.